Yes. I'm just looking in this Bible dictionary. There's a couple different explanations of the word alone. Yes. And you can be alone. Yes. Or there can be an oath alone, as in separate from anything else. Yeah. Now, in some ways, it means that you are alone, or there is some sort of documentation in and of itself as alone from anything else. Yes, is separate. Now, I was looking in this dictionary. Oops, looks it stopped. Oh my gosh. Have a little problem with my personal electronics and somebody always trying to cut me off. Yep. Alone. Yes, yes, yes. As in, I have nobody here with me. Now, I just wanted to get the definition of it. The oath of office, alone. Yeah. See, there's alone. Yes. Away from other people, single, solitary, excluding anyone or anything else with nothing further, soul by oneself. Yes. And I've often mentioned in emails and videos that I didn't want to live like this. But you and the sheriff's departments and the police departments decided this is how you wanted me to live because of your refusal to enforce the laws. Now, when I'm by myself, alone, yes, it causes me to think that maybe you need some solitary confinement. Now, I know that there are in prisons the availability of solitary confinement where you can spend some time alone thinking about, well, maybe you need solitary confinement because you don't seem to have any problem with this idea of fraud and forgery. Yes. And you don't really have any problem with child abuse, child abduction. Yes. And then when I inform you what the law says, you said, well, we want him to be by himself. Now, Jesus did spend some time alone, and I want to look at that this morning. Yes. But in some ways, it was probably best that he didn't spend time alone. Now, let's say for a second, yeah, that we go through the prisons this morning. Yes. Could you get me the security systems of those in prison? Superintendents of prisons. Yes. Prison guards and prison employees. Yeah. Right. As I remember it, yeah. Prisons use a lot of electricity for their barbed wire fences. Yes. And there was Clallam Bay Correctional Facility. Yes. 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 Where I thought that if you went to prison, the first 30 days you spent in solitary confinement so that you could saturate the blood of those that are criminals. Why don't you get me the security systems of America's? Oh, every prison. Poop. So yesterday I was at the McDonald's. Yes, alone, without a family. Yes, without anybody to talk to. Yes, making recordings that were somewhat humorous because I do have a good sense of humor. Yeah, and I did eat 6 packets of ketchup, and I did actually drink one full, no, large, probably 32 ounces of Coca-Cola. Yeah. And I did put ice in it. It wasn't a full 32 ounces. If you took the ice out, it would be somewhere around 20 to 25 ounces. But I caused a nausea to take place in my own person. And I didn't really sleep well last night. Seemed like I was puking all the employees. Poop, poop. Now, when you use magnetism in corporate security, yeah, I got to think that America's prisons, yes, you, the guard, said we have to be on them because you're in prison. And there's no easier way to saturate the blood of those that are convicted of crimes, than to put them in solitary confinement. Yeah. Make them stay there for 30 days. Yes. And then you sew in the magnetism so that each and every inmate, yeah, has to be on each other or they have to be on the guards and the guards have to watch everything they do. Now you would think it's dumb. You're in prison, right? And you got convicted for whatever crime. It was a felony. Poo, poo, poo. And they designed the prison system so that you are stuck in prison for the rest of your life. Yeah. Now, myself, I'm wanting you to go to prison today. And some solitary confinement, Sheriff, could do you some good. Now, I had told you, yes, that you cannot use forgery or fraud to issue court orders. Yes, you decided to keep me alone by myself so that I spend all this time thinking of various ways to punish you once I'm able to use the court.